Alright, what is going on, y'all? Profitz here. Welcome back to another video, and this one gonna be a fairly simple video, just going over a couple trades that I actually got into last week. I'm recording this on Sunday, so I believe I'll probably try and get this video out on like Monday or Tuesday. So these will be trades from last week, and one of them I am still holding. But I want to go over a couple trades and kind of go over. I think that a lot of traders are overcomplicating their entries and exits, and they think they have to have perfect entries, perfect exits, and I've gone over a video specifically going over that topic, but I want to give a few examples of simple entries and not overthinking it. I think that a lot of traders, there's so many strategies out there, there's so many different concepts that you can think of and take into consideration when you're thinking about, should I enter this trade or not? It's easy to psych yourself out and think, well, I can definitely see it price going down, but then again, it has this confluence to go against it, or whatever it may be. If you've been trading for any amount of time, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You can almost always find something that can go against your trade. You can be a really good trader, have the perfect strategy, whatever it may be, and you have to remember that you're not always going to win every trade. No trader wins every trade. No one has a 100% win rate. If anyone does, they're lying to you, trust me. Most people don't even have 80, 90% win rate. That is like insanely high. They're probably one of the top traders in the world if they do, especially if they have a large amount of capital. But let me go ahead and get into this before I continue rambling, because my mind's a little all over the place right now. But let's go over this trade that I took last week on USD CAD. This was mainly a 1 hour setup. If you guys know my channel, you've been following me for any sort of time, you guys know that I mainly watch the 1 hour and 4 hour time frame for entries, and I use even higher time frames, the daily, monthly, for confirmations or for a bias in the direction that I may think price is going to go in to continue trading that price on the lower time frames. Just like you might look at, if you trade the 5-minute or 15-minute time frame, you might look at the 1 hour time frame just to get an overall direction of the market and think, okay, I think, have your daily bias. If you think price is going to move up or down today, then you start scaling down time frames and you can take trades. It's like that, but just on a higher scale with higher time frames, because I am a swing trader. If you guys don't know anything about the strategy I use, I do have more in-depth videos on this strategy in previous videos, so definitely go check those out. But anyways, before I get into this, let me know how y'all's trading week went last week. For me, it was an okay week. I took a couple losses early on in the week, but I made everything back later on in the week. And I will say, like Monday through Wednesday, really, a lot of consolidation in the markets. I think a lot of people took a lot of losses and overtraded probably really the past month or so, but especially early last week, man, there was just nothing was moving. A lot of consolidation, some fake outs, some weird news spikes, things like that. That was tariff news. So there was quite a few things that happened, but nonetheless, I was able to catch some nice trades later on in the week when the markets actually did start moving and provided good opportunities. So this one, remember I mentioned that we're going over simplicity today. Simplicity in your entries and just your strategy overall, and to not overthink it. So this was a trade again on USD CAD. I'm watching the 1 hour time frame. So first of all, you guys know that shark fins is a big part or portion of my strategy and confluence that I use to enter trades. So as you can see down here, we have a shark fin on the 1 hour time frame, and that actually started right here at this high. And then we have price continue to go up in that shark fin, and price is going up as price down here on the TDI, or if you're using an RSI, which is very similar, you can see price going down, which I have indicated. Kind of hard to see now because it's been some time since this came out, but I have a trend line here. This trend line is going down while price is going up here. This is called divergence. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty of everything. Some of you guys might already know divergence. I'm sure some of y'all do. But there's a divergence, which is another key indicator that this is just price is just playing out a little bit higher or if it's the reverse, it's playing out a little bit lower before that shark fin finally takes off. And that is what happened in this case. So we had a shark fin, then we had created 1 hour divergence, we hit that 4 hour 200, and then started reacting. And this is where I was able to get in an entry, and I actually got in a little bit later than I was wanting to, but I didn't see it quite in time. But that is another thing, that it's okay to be like that, especially if you're a swing trader. You don't have to have exact perfect entries. But we had price come down, and we had price actually go up and retest the 1 hour 50 moving average and the 200 as they are crossing right here, which is another key indicator that this would have actually been a really nice entry if I wasn't already in the trade. So it played out a little bit, came back up, retested, and then I was able to move my stop down. Originally it was up here, and then I moved it down here, and then boom, it came right off that retest and just tanked from there. And this was on Friday that it really began to move. And so this is just something, 1 hour divergence, shark fin divergence, and then also just a test of the moving average. So the 1 hour 200 was the original one I was looking at, and then again, you could have got another entry off that 50 and 200 moving average when they collided right there. That would have been a beautiful entry. So that's where I got my entry, and I was confident in the shark fin divergence alone, but with the moving average as another confluence, I was willing to take it. Plus, as you can see, we are in a huge downtrend here. We had a nice impulse up to retest, and then boom, we moved back down. So to some of you guys, that might be complicated if you don't know anything about these concepts, but really this is a very simple setup. And even though I had taken losses earlier in the week, I'm still confident in my strategy that if another opportunity arises and my entry criteria is met, then I'm going to take the trade again. And that's what you have to do, especially when you're in losing periods. You might take a couple losses. Every trader does. Remember that. You guys cannot keep focusing and dwelling on your losses, because it's going to affect you from taking good trades in the future, and then you're going to end up missing them. If I was just took a couple trades or losses earlier in the week, and I'm like, you know what, screw it, the markets are consolidating and I'm not even going to take anything the rest of the week, then I wouldn't have caught this trade and the next trade that I'm going to show you guys. So that's one thing to consider as well. But very simple setup, clean setup, and it ended up working out really well. And I wanted to hold it originally back down closer to these lows, but like I said, it was Friday afternoon, so I ended up getting out right about here. So for my original entry, it actually ended up being around a 1 to 2 risk to reward. And if it's a 1 to 2 and it's a Friday afternoon and I don't want to hold over the weekend, especially with how the markets have been moving lately, I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take that money and run, which I think was the smart decision to do, and obviously it was. Price did go down a little bit more, but who knows? Price could open, like I said, I'm recording right now on Sunday. Price could open this evening when the market opens, and it could gap up all the way up here, which has definitely happened in the past couple weeks, where there's huge gaps on Sunday afternoon when market opens back up. So a lot of things to consider there, but simple setup. Now let's go ahead and get into setup number 2, and that is on Euro GBP, which actually at the time of recording this, which again is on Sunday, I am still holding this trade. And this was really an even simpler setup. This one didn't have any shark fin or divergence or anything like that, so I wasn't playing off of the TDI or RSI in this case scenario, which made it even simpler of an idea. So we had, again, Euro GBP. We have a very nice support area here that has been support, 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 break, retest, becoming resistance, back down, resistance, boom, break back through the area of interest or your zone, whatever it may be, your zone of structure that has been hit multiple times, broke back through and retested, and guess what? Obviously, if you see a huge downtrend here and then a massive impulse up, price is probably going to continue up, especially if it broke above structure, above a support or resistance zone, which it did here, this purple zone. Broke above, retested, right at the, guess what, 200 moving average of the 1 hour. So retest, boom, I entered right on the 200 moving average because I'm looking for an entry on the moving average and the structure that is broken or was resistance, broken, now looking to it to be support and bounce back up to the upside, which is exactly what happened. I entered right here, right on the 200 moving average, and boom, it launched off of it. Very little drawdown at all. And really, I am honestly looking for price to move right up to the 4-hour 200, which is about up here, which is about almost 70 pips, and will be over a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. I had it down here just in case price got to this point on Friday afternoon. I probably would have closed out, but didn't quite get there, so I ended up holding, continuously holding right now. So we will see how this trade plays out. By the time you're watching this video, you can probably go back and see. I wonder if this trade that he took actually played out or not. And maybe I'll make a short about it or something like that, or post on my Instagram if it does play out. But either way, this was a beautiful entry with little to no drawdown. And guess what now? Now that price moved up this far and broke this high, previous high, I can move my stop loss up, right up above this stop, or this low right here. I can move my stop loss up, so now it's an even better risk to reward ratio. Because if it breaks past this and breaks down, I'm not looking to hold that trade in any drawdown. That's not necessary, because we already broke structure to the upside. If it breaks structure to the downside again, it's probably going to continue moving down. I hope you guys understood that, but this is a very simple way to look at the markets. And if you guys know USD CAD and Euro GBP, a lot of pairs are like this, but especially these pairs, even like GU, AU, EU, the main pairs, like USD pairs that a lot of you guys probably trade. If you look at the higher time frames, the 1 hour and the 4 hour, they follow trades like this, moving averages and structure zones very, very well. So as you can see, this was just a very simple entry. I didn't overthink it. We broke up to the upside, broke resistance, now looking for it to become support. We have a moving average there as an extra confluence. Boom, I enter the trade, bang. Now it's already playing out. Already up 17 pips on this trade, which Euro GBP, it doesn't move as much as a lot of your other pairs. So pip-wise, it's going to be less pips, but it does have a higher pip value. So it ends up evening itself out. So, hope you guys understood that. My mind was a little all over the place, as you could see, ADD brain, but either way, let me know if you got anything valuable out of this video. The main concept that I wanted to get across to you guys is that you can start looking at the markets in a more simpler light. You don't have to make trading super complicated. You don't have to have this really complex entry system where 100 things have to align for you to be able to take a trade, because you're going to miss so many trades like that, and you're not going to learn as much, in my opinion. And I'm not saying go ahead and, oh, it looks like it's going to go up, take the trade. That's not what I'm saying. You still need to have certain criteria that has to be met for you to enter and have a trading plan, obviously, right? So this was according to my plan. If it wasn't, then guess what? I wouldn't have taken it, and I wouldn't have even said that I missed it, because I wouldn't even be looking to take it. So I would have just been waiting on another entry or another zone for me to actually take it according to my criteria. Hopefully that made sense. But again, hope you guys are having a great trading week. Again, I'm recording this on Sunday, so I don't know what the next trading week's gonna behold, but I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how this trade plays out. As I said, I'm still holding this. I'll keep you guys updated and let you guys know how this trade ends up playing out, probably in my next video. But if you are not subscribed, would really appreciate you guys subscribing. I've been trying to drop 1 to 2 videos a week, and I've been pretty consistent with that the past couple months. So trying to get as much value across to you guys and show you guys that I'm just a normal guy, and it is very possible for you guys to be profitable, because I'm showing myself that I can do it right now in the current time. I've been profitable for quite some time now, and starting to reap rewards from it, and it's been great. So hope you guys are able to, actually think about this and start maybe looking at the markets a little bit more simple, and stop over analyzing, getting analysis paralysis. Just, if you see a good trade that is according to your plan, take the trade. Simple as that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.